Oh, hey guys, we're joined by one of our favourite artists here on BPM, Mr. Elliot Glebe, aka Example. Welcome back to the show, sir.
Hello.
It's lovely to have you back in Australia, although it doesn't seem like it was that long ago that you were here.
I saw you a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
We had a nice chat.
Yeah, we did have a nice chat. And you're kind of, well, you know, through your family, kind of, Australian in a sense anyway, but we also feel like you're an adopted son and like part of our country, if that's okay with you.
We would like to claim you as our own.
Yeah, can we?
This is fine. Yeah, I'm moving here as soon as I can. Like, I can't stand England. You guys have nice food and weather, and I like beaches and fishing. So your place is ideal for me. And my family live here.
Yeah.
And my fiance is Australian. And I like ribs. And you've got some great ribs over here.
We've got everything.
You've got everything you need, really.
What are you waiting for?
I'm just waiting for a passport, get this marriage out of the way, and I'm joking.
Well, speaking of passports, you have been travelling, I reckon, more than pretty much any musician I've
I've got a friend who's a pilot,
Right.
and I do more flights than him.
Wow.
He works at BA, and he does 70 flights a year, and I do about 150.
And is that
I
just...
don't actually fly the planes, though. I'm just a passenger.
No. You're good at a lot of things, but it kind of stops at being a pilot, though, yeah?
Yeah. Let him talk.
Well, if you're in Iron Maiden, you'd be required to fly the plane.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, he does that, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
Right, back to you.
He's also a director. Hey, that's actually true. You were kind of really into film.
Yeah, I'm good. I've
Directing
written a
and-
few films. I'm going to go back into film directing when I'm finished with my music, which I don't think will be anytime soon. I think I'm going to do this for about 5 more years, and then I'm going to self-fund my movies that I've written and directed.
Long-term plan. And do you direct and produce your own videos?
I've done about 4 of them,
Yeah, brilliant.
but I would usually just come up with the ideas, but I don't want to take control, because I get too much of a control freak anyway with everything I do, so I'd rather leave it in the hands of a trusted director.
The Evolution of Man is your most recent studio record.
Mm-hmm.
You've been kind of travelling around touring that for a fair while now.
Mm-hmm.
So looking towards new music, have you got some songs all ready to go?
So the album's been out like 3-4 months, and I've already written pretty much the whole next album.
Wow.
I've got a name for it, but I can't reveal it just yet. New single will be out in August. The new album's more like a breakbeat type album, like a Prodigy, Chemical Brothers, Underworld, all like 90s acid house, big beat. So it's gonna be quite a new sound for me, but back to more of an electronic feel, because the last album was like a rock album.
Yeah, and I think I remember when we spoke with you last time, you said it was a lot darker for you. It kind of came from a time where you were sort of going through a bit of a darker sort of period.
Yeah, like the fourth album, Evolution of Man, was kind of like a therapy album. It was kind of just I went to a lot of therapy sessions, and I came out with a load of song ideas. It was very personal, and this new album isn't personal at all. It's probably my least personal album. It's just a load of weird spiritual ideals that sound great, sung loud.
Fantastic.
I don't really know what they're about. They're just a load of like statements and titles and words that sing really well.
Now, I heard that Graham Coxon's involved in some of these songs.
That was the last album, yeah.
Oh,
Graham
last
Coxon
album.
played on 4 songs, which was amazing, because I just went up to him and was like, do you want to play on my album? And he's like, yeah. And everyone's like, how'd you get Blur's guitarist on your album? And I was like, well, I just asked him. Because he'd never played on anyone's album before.
Except his own. Yeah, he's amazing. I love Blue and I love Graham Coxon's solo stuff as well.
He's one of the best guitarists, I think, of the last 25 years in any genre. So
Yeah, he's really underrated. I agree.
You are renowned for your incredible live shows, especially at festivals.
hopefully.
Well, you are. I mean, there's been so many instances, I think, in the recent kind of 12 months or so, we've had the most ridiculous amount of people,
Yeah.
you know, at your gigs. Tell me about a live example show, because it's more than just you kind of being there. You've got a full band behind you.
Yeah, I mean, it's about... I mean, we play songs from the last 3 albums. I've done 4, but it's mainly the songs from the last 3 albums. And we just like to keep it moving. It's kind of... Our show's inspired more by bands than dance acts or DJs. And it's like half electronic, half live instruments. and we just play through like almost like a live DJ set. Like we only have 3 breaks in an hour, so the songs just mix into the other ones, so that no one stops for a breath. It's just like when you see Prodigy, they stop once in like an hour and a half.
Yeah, wow.
All the songs just go into the next song. They don't stop to go, yeah, here's our next single, or that song was about this, or how you feeling?
Yeah.
It's just bang, 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 bang. And when I supported Faithless a few years ago, their whole show was just relentless energy from start to finish.
Was that the inspiration, or were you already doing the non-stop set?
Yeah, no, I used to just play song, stop, and then we just started mixing them all in. So like now this whole show's in 3 segments, and that way people, they don't get a chance to calm down. They just keep taking it up a level every time. And then we chop and change the songs from how they sound on the album, and then we go into remixes.
Yeah.
So we play like a little drum and bass thing at the end of one song, we're going to like a big techno remix of one of the songs, so everything's fresh and it's not like how the album sounds.
So considering the direction that you're going to take with the upcoming record and the new music, you must have already been thinking about how that's going to translate live, and how excited you must be about that?
Yeah, the new album's going to translate really well live, because there's a lot of breakbeat in there, so there's a lot of energetic drum loops for the drummer to play, and all the melodies, it's all in really dark keys, and my voice is always suit really dark keys, and it's going to be nice to slot the guitar parts in there. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be hopefully my take on Prodigy and Chemical Brothers.
And do you have a host of different producers and collaborators for this record?
Yeah, well, the last 3 albums have been produced, like Won't Go Quietly was produced by 12 different people. Each song was a different person. Playing in the Shadows was like 8 different producers, and the last album was 7 different producers. And this album's just 2, because I just wanted a more, what's the word? Universal.
Uniform kind of
Uniform.
thing? Yeah.
Sorry, it's late. And there's horse manure in the air. Yeah, it's more of a uniform sound. So I'm hoping it will just flow from start to finish.
I've told too many girls that I love them. I've told too many girls that I want. So why am I sitting here all alone? How do you measure fun?
You've been travelling so much, as we mentioned, you've been playing loads of festivals. What other bands or musicians have you been sort of seeing lately and who are inspiring you?
Not many.
Okay.
I don't think there's many good live acts out there.
Yeah.
I just think there's lots of great artists, there's lots of great singers who are way better singers than me, but there's not many people who are good live.
Yeah, right.
A lot of people don't know what to do with a live show. I think they either have too many musicians on stage, or backing singers, or they have the wrong team. Everything from the lighting guy to the sound guy, to your drum tech. People don't put enough effort into these things, and some people just aren't great performers. I personally think I'm a better performer than I am a singer.
I was going to ask you, do you start with the live performance in mind as the end goal when you're going through a record?
Every song's written for live. I don't write. I think that's the best way you can do it. Most of the biggest bands in the world, I think they write their. Not that I'm one of the biggest bands in the world. I'd like to be, but I think they write their songs for a festival. They imagine performing their song at a festival or a stadium, and then they make tweaks to the song, say if it's going to be a single for radio, and that's what I do. So there's new songs on this album which are like a 6-minute journey where it just starts off with just pads, and then it goes into strings, and then big like 303 synths, and then a breakbeat drop, and then everyone goes crazy. But if that was a single, we'd have to do a 3-minute edit.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? And I think it's better in its pure form. The album version's always better.
Too many times and I can't live properly, a piece of me died.
When you're writing music, creating music, do you come up with the beats yourself as well?
In the past, because I didn't really know much about producing, like say 3-4 years ago, I would just get sent beats and I'd just sing to them or rap to them. Now I start everything from scratch in the studio. So I'll just sit in with a producer and just suggest a loop. Like I'll just be like, and then they just make the loop, and then I'll just start humming chords.
Oh, wow.
I'll just be like, dun, 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 and then they'll be like, dun, 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 playing them in, and we just build the song from scratch right up to it's finished. So this new album, I'll have a co-producer credit on every track.
And do you come into that with a lyrical or a melodic idea?
Yeah, I write melody first, then the words. I usually come up with a song title first. So back in December, I wrote down about 15 new song titles.
Wow.
And then when I'm in the studio, once I've finished the music, I then go, right, this song sounds like this one, and this song sounds like this song title, and then I make the song title sort of like the key punchline that drops just before the beats kick in or something, like it's like a statement line, and then work backwards from that and write the lines before that, and then the verses, and then the song's done. There's a real method to how I do it now. I never used to. I used to just write sporadically, like I do a bit of one song and then go into another bit of another song, a bit of that, and then name the song afterwards. Now I already know the name of the song before I've even written it.
Awesome.
I'm impressed. That's unique. I haven't heard that approach before,
Yeah.
which is good. Having a fresh approach. It's amazing.
Hope so.
Yeah.
And as well as being obviously a very busy man, you've got so much on your plate, you seem to be really happy. Everything seems to be going really well for you and life in general.
Moody, aren't I?
I never said that. I've never said that you were moody.
I know you didn't. No, I'm happy. I just get to travel the world and perform and meet lovely interviewers every day.
Oh, thanks, Elliot.
sweetheart.
See you next week on Lovely Interviews. Go on.
Well, you know, I think that's kind of where we'll leave it anyway.
Just wrapped it up for us perfectly.
Let's just leave it on a high note.
All right, cool.
It is really always so cool to speak to you.
You too, darling.
And
Thank you for having
we
me.
love hearing how well you're going, and you know, don't be a stranger.
Yeah, I look forward
Make
to
sure
seeing
you
you on
come and catch up with us again soon.
Look forward to seeing you on the beach with the fishing rod in your hand.
Yes, indeed.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Perfect replacement.